Hello and welcome to a new episode of Retailpayment IO, the podcast around e-commerce, payment, and for the benefits of merchants, of mainly e-commerce merchants. Today, we talk about why AI readiness is an asymmetric bet for merchants. So in other words, why merchants should get ready for agentic commerce. And in order to get ready for agentic commerce, there's a lot to do, but one of the main cornerstones for merchants who have their own shop and not on a shopping platform or on any other platform is to install an MCP server. So the MCP server stands for, Model Context Protocol. And the Model Context Protocol is actually a server, a software, what needs to be installed on the side of the merchant shop. And before actually we dive into the details of the benefits of installing an MCP server, I would just remind you about something what merchants already know, right? There is 3 ways of transport. So one is the REST APIs. It's a technology which is old, around about 20 years. It's widespread and usually almost everywhere installed where software talks to software. Now, in the age of agentic commerce and agents, REST APIs or APIs is not the preferred way. Agents are finding information on the internet. So what agents are looking for is an MCP server. And the MCP server is actually where preferably agents talk to tools or to shops where they can easily find the information at your shop, for example, right? And the next one, which we may talk in a separate podcast, is actually the agent-to-agent protocol. But this is very specific, where agents talk to agents. So this is actually the next step. But currently, what's needed is basically for the merchants that agents, ChatGPT agents, Claude agents, Gemini agents, or any other agents from open software or open software agents can find your offer easily and read it and digest it, so that actually your offer can be seen on the agent side. So I talked about the 2 asymmetric bets or the asymmetric bets for merchants, why you should get as a merchant ready for agentic commerce. First of all, the first benefit is actually when it's conditional, when agentic commerce takes off, by being ready or getting ready for agentic commerce, you have a new distribution channel. This is one benefit that I talk you through. And the second one is you get higher intent traffic, not internet traffic, intent traffic. We talk about it as well. And actually, it is a defensive positioning, which provides you further benefits. So this is actually the 3 parts which benefit you as a merchant when agentic commerce takes off. And on the other hand side, if agentic commerce is not taking off, or it takes far longer for agentic commerce to get going, then actually you have 4 benefits. You have, first of all, a customer relationship retention benefit. So that's quite important. One, integration for many AI agents or many AI interfaces, which are still out there. So one integration, and you can support all what's going out there in the internet, or what's going on out there in the internet on the agentic side or on the AI side. And you have a dual use internal infrastructure, I talk you through as well on a slide, and a stronger governance. And this is quite important for you and for finance, and having a better overview what is really going on your shop. So let's start with actually the conditional benefits. So what happens when, what are the benefits when you get ready by installing an MCP server when agentic commerce is taking off? So we talked about, first of all, the new distribution channels. So, and this is quite important when agents are taking off, and new distribution channels, uh, um, uh, or agents when agents visit your shop and you provide them information what they're looking for. This is an unpaid acquisition. So what you are getting is actually a lot of traffic on your shop because you have installed an MCP server. Agents love MCP server. They really look for the right interface, not REST APIs. They look for the right interface, which are MCP servers, and you really get the traffic without SEO, without advertisement, without display marketing. You get the traffic on your shop almost free of charge, because actually the installing an MCP server comes with some costs, but they are really minimal. So it helps you a lot for getting traffic on your shop and without paying for it explicitly. So this is the first benefit. The second benefit is it's a new distribution channel without any paid acquisition. For example, when you are on the long tail, as a merchant, you are selling some unique products which can't be found easily on a search on Google. AI agents are quite easy to find it and to detect your services, your very specific service offering via the interface of an MCP server. So you do not have to get to any business-to-business platform or to a marketplace, or depending to be on any aggregator, because actually your product can be found quite easily. So the next benefit what you have by installing an MCP server is you get higher intent traffic. So intent traffic is what a user of ChatGPT, for example, or Gemini is punching into his interface. For example, buy me sneakers for less than 100 euros in my size, and I won't have it delivered by tomorrow. So this is really an intent traffic where agents are scrolling the internet for looking exactly for this intent, purchasing this kind of sneakers and being delivered tomorrow. So if you have installed an MCP server, actually agents can find your service. They can look if you have the sneakers, what are your delivery terms and conditions, what your payment terms and conditions, and actually it is considered by agents that you get the purchase. If you have not installed an MCP server, you get not this intent traffic. So this is quite important to get the intent traffic, because actually what I mentioned before, you get a higher conversion, which is quite important. And actually, if you're on the long tail, you get the traffic for the long tail. And the next benefit is it's a defensive positioning for you as a merchant, because actually you get discovered either way, right? You get discovered if you do your current business by having SEO or having advertisements out, and you get the traffic on top of it on agents. So this helps you to get more traffic, um, on your shop on your terms and conditions. So you are what I mentioned before. You're not dependent on any aggregator or marketplace to get the service. So it's quite a nice positioning for you to get a lot of not only intent traffic but general traffic. Additionally, what you do on your shop. So this defensive part, you don't stop what you do currently, but you install an MCP server and you get additional traffic on it. So this were actually the three benefits which comes along when agentic commerce takes off. And now I talk you through about the four benefits which are structural, and what you have anyway and what you get by installing an MCP server, even if agentic commerce is not taking off. The first one is you keep the customer relationship. With an MCP server installed, you are not depending even on marketplaces or any aggregator, for example. So you keep the merchant of record, you keep the contact with your clients, and you can really bypass easily marketplaces and other aggregators. So this is really a core difference by having an MCP server installed. It's a strategic benefit for you. Other benefit, what you have one integration for many AI agents. Whatever goes on out there in the market, however agentic commerce or AI is evolving, with an MCP server, you face your offering and your portfolio out to the agentic world, to the AI world. And it can be read, it can be found, it can be digested, and you keep actually the door open, whatever is going on out in the markets there. And this is quite a huge benefit for you. So you are not actually bound to any specific solution or any AI development, because an MCP server is governed by the Linux Foundation. It's open source, and by installing it, actually you expose your offering easily whatever is going on AI in the near or long future. The next benefit is a dual use interface. And this is quite crucial as well, because actually not only agents can analyze what you have, what portfolio is, what portfolio you offer, what terms and conditions your shop is offering, but also your employees have an easy interface to find about what is the inventory, what we have, what is the analytics. So you're not only using the data through accessing an MCP server for agents, but also you get the unstructured data into a structured data where your employees get a better overview and a better knowledge what inventory, what stuff do we have in our shop. And actually the fourth and the last but not least advantage is you have a stronger governance. So in short, this means you really know what's going on your shop. Who is visiting your shop with which intention? So that's quite important for actually to having these logs and this information to adapt your portfolio. You know where the demand is, and actually you can actually customize your services where actually the demand is currently. This is quite helpful. So a strong governance is a big advantage for merchants. So now I have talked you through about the conditional benefits. You know, what are your benefits by installing an MCP server when agentic commerce takes off? And I have talked you through about the 4 benefits, what you have by installing an MCP server when agentic commerce may not take off or may take far longer actually to kick in the market. So in all of the 2 blocks of advantages are really strongly advocates that you install your MCP server on your site in order to benefit internally or externally to be more successful with your shop. So I hope this helped you further to just think about it, how to get ready. There is other components. We are going to talk through this one in further podcasts. But so far, actually, one of the main hooks and one of the main benefits is actually going forward with an MCP server on your shop site, so that you can be found or your services can be found by agent in the agentic world nowadays. I'm going to link down in the description my presentation. So it has around about 22 slides, and you can read you through, because I have bullet points and a lot of text about it. You can read you through my presentation and what I just talked you through in detail, so that you're not missing any of the benefits what you have by getting ready for agentic commerce. So I hope you found it helpful and informative and beneficial. And I'm looking forward to see you on my next episode. Goodbye.